Hey everyone, so I'm currently in the middle of cooking dinner. So I already started. I only did my side so far, and I decided to turn the camera on and record me cooking my smothered cube steaks. So right now my rice is done. So this is just some white rice. I have a little butter on it, and I actually didn't put any seasonings on it because like I said, the cube steaks will be smothered, so we'll put some gravy on it, on the rice. And then I have some fresh green beans cooking. And then this is my cube steaks. So I have the cube steaks right here. I chopped up some onions and green peppers. I have some butter to saute my vegetables in. I have some mushrooms, and I have some flour for the cube steaks. Okay, I'm gonna let this heat up, and while that is heating up, I will start seasoning my cube steaks. So for the seasonings, I'm going to use some onion powder, some seasoning salt, just a little meat tenderizer, and also some black pepper. Did I say garlic powder? If not, and garlic powder. So let me start doing that. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is put the seasoning salt on there. And I do season both sides. Some garlic powder. Black pepper. And somehow I misplaced my meat tenderizer, so I'm gonna try to find that, and I'm gonna turn the camera back on. So I am using meat tenderizer. I just cannot find it right now. I had it and must have misplaced it. So let me turn this off for a minute. Okay guys, so I did find the meat tenderizer. So like I said, I did season both sides, as you can see. And I'm gonna let that sit while I start sauteing my onions and green peppers. So I'm gonna grab these. I already have my pot. My pot was already started, so it's nice and hot right now. My mushrooms right there. I'm gonna start mixing this around. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little more. I turned it down because I had it heating for a while and I didn't want it to get too hot, so I'm gonna turn it up a little more and put my mushrooms in. Okay. So like I said before, I will be smothering these cube steaks, but I will not be making homemade gravy just because this was kind of a last minute rush meal. So I did buy the pack brown gravy, and that's what I'll be using. I'm going to add just a little white salt. Did you get the black pepper? As well as a little black pepper. Close up so you guys can see here. Thank you. I'm going to mix that around, make sure that I'm getting the salt and pepper evenly around. It's something about fresh veggies when you are cooking them, like they smell really good. I love the smell of fresh vegetables. So I'm going to let that cook a little while longer, and then we can start cooking the meat. Okay guys, I am so sorry. I forgot to mention that I do add just a little butter to the vegetables just to bring out that flavor in them. This is salted butter, so it adds a great flavor to your sauteed vegetables. Okay, so now that these are done, I'm going to be adding them, well, I'm going to be setting them to the side and starting on my cube steaks. Okay guys, so I went ahead and added some more vegetable oil to the same pot that I used to saute my veggies. Now I will be taking the cube steak and placing it in the flour. Making sure that it's covered lightly. Give it a little shake and go ahead and add it to the skillet. I will be repeating that same step for the rest. This can get really messy too, especially if you're trying to hold the camera in one hand and cook with the other, while still making sure everything stays within the camera lens. And these cube steaks were on sale for $12. I think about 8 of them came, 8 or 9 came in a pack, but they were kind of big, so I did go ahead and cut them in half. Yeah, I think it was like the family pack. And I got them from Pick and Save. Okay, so I try not to crowd the pot, so I'm only cooking about 4 at a time. And I already flipped it because you don't want it to get too crispy. Like, you want it more of a softer kind of batter. So in other words, don't fry it like you would chicken or anything. You want this to get as tender as possible, so it will actually finish cooking. And I do not cook them until they're fully done. Okay guys, so I am done cooking my meat for now. Like I said, it is not done all the way. Now I will be taking my gravy that's in a pack. The brand I'm using is by McCormick, and it's brown gravy, 50% less sodium. And I'll just be taking a little of this. And just stir it around just a little bit. This is kind of the steps that you would do for homemade gravy, except you will not use the gravy from the pack. You will actually use flour to get it started. And this right here is a cup of the gravy in the pack that I had already started. And it's 1 cup of cold water and 1 cup of the gravy mix. So I will be letting this cook up until it starts to simmer. And then I will be going ahead and adding my vegetables that I put to the side earlier. Okay, so the gravy has started to boil. So now I will be adding, I said I was going to add the vegetables next, but I actually want to go ahead and add the cube steaks and then add the vegetables. So now I am placing the cube steaks into the gravy. So that they can finish cooking and getting tender. Just make sure that the gravy is getting on all of them, and then I actually have room. I have about 3 more that needs to go off in here. Okay, I might take just a little of the gravy out just because I don't want it to cook over. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Take a little of the gravy out and then add the veggies to it. Okay, so the gravy is cooking, they're cooking. So now I am adding my steamed vegetables. Okay guys, and you have a cube steaks with white rice, green beans, and dinner rolls.